Alrighty folks, well, it's build seat bracket day. So I found that aluminum that I had in the back that I don't throw anything away. Good thing I didn't. And I've been practicing a little bit on my TIG welding. I have not used my machine for aluminum yet. I just run a couple quick little passes. I'm going to show you. Started off pretty good. Now the metal was cold, so started off all right, but as it starts building heat in the metal and I'm learning how to control my foot pedal, started building too much heat and it was getting ready to blow through. So I moved down here where it was a little cooler. Not terrible, you know, a little inconsistent, but my second pass with aluminum, I would be okay with that. Now, the other thing is, because of my inexperience, I bought aluminum rod that's too thick for what I'm getting ready to do, and that's to weld these together and make angle iron out of, like this. Now, not that I can't use it, it's going to be a little more difficult because it will tend to cool it down faster because of the thicker rod. Now, you can get thinner rod, and what I'm going to be doing, and let's see if I can set this up and so you can see. I'm going to be putting these together basically like that, I'm hoping. Now, based on that gap, that little angle right there, that little V, it's going to be a V. Okay. This should not be too bad. I'm going to run a few more little practices. And yeah, that little piece of aluminum's quite warm. So I'm going to run some more practices. You can stay and watch, or you can, you know, go watch TV or something, I guess. But I will leave you right here out of the way as I push everything onto the floor. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, probably not, but we'll give it a shot. Now, I tried to clean the aluminum off with a little brush that I had. Doesn't look like it did a wonderful job. Looks like it contaminated more than anything. But as long as it welds on it, I'm good with it. Now I got to go get my glove. Okay, back. And mic is on up there. So mic should be working. Let's hope anyway. All right, get my cable away from my pedal. Pedal controls the heat. It's what starts the arc. You don't just go like this and it starts, obviously, because it's not started. See, that doesn't work. You have to hit the pedal and it starts the arc. And now I just got a little flash and I'm seeing spots in front of my face. So, don't do that unless your helmet's down. Let's run another little bead. I'm going to run it right through here. And I've watched a few fabricators on TV and on YouTube, I'm sorry. Got some good tips from them as far as how to set yourself up to do some TIG welding. I'm not going to explain it to you because I don't know enough. So try to balance this in your hand, get comfortable with all your stuff. You want to make so that you make a nice, here's about as long as my bead's going to be, as much as I can move like that, because my arm is set here, the other one's set here to stabilize my rod. This hand stabilizes the torch, and that's what we're going to do. So let's see what happens. Okay, that was way out of control. When you start your arc, you push down on the pedal all the way, and then you pull back. Well, I kind of forgot to pull back. So you see how wide I got right in the beginning. Then I pulled back and started going, which was not bad, but I've still got heat built into this piece. So the more heat that's in it, the more out of control it can get, I guess, for lack of a better word. So let's flip this around. I'm going to weld on this dirty side. Let's see what that does. Be fun. And yeah, I kind of set at an angle away from me. Let's see what this dirty side welds like. Okay. Not terrible, not terrible. So, the sun was a little cooler. Dirt didn't bother me much at all. Now, I'm still learning. So I backed off on my pedal here. This is why this is a little funky. But not, in my opinion, not terrible for my fourth aluminum weld. So I'm going to practice a little more, get the hang of the pedal, get comfortable, and then we'll start on building these. And you know, I'm thinking it'd be a lot faster just to buy the angle iron. But you know, here it is. Here you go. And I'm sure it's not cheap anymore. So, but the time I spend, you know, I could have been doing something else. Anyhow, this is more fun. So I'm gonna run some more welds. Okay. Again, I started off cold. I pushed my pedal all the way down, then backed off too much. Stuck my rod in too quick, which then cooled it. Started going with it. Started building heat. Started getting on a little too wide. Backed off, and continued on out. So again, I'm building heat in this piece, so I need to learn to control, once I've got heat built in a piece, where I need to be with my pedal. Okay, a little rough in the start, but as I went, a little more consistent. Now, each little ring that you see is basically each time I dip this into the puddle that I start. And so that's so that, you know, as you can see, they're spread apart a little bit. Some are closer than others. That's just my little bit of inconsistency of not going dink, 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 dink like that. Perfect timing. So that comes with many, many, many hours upon hours upon hours and years of practice, and I don't have time for it. So if I get a weld like this on those, I will be thrilled to death. So let's go for it, you know. I've got a few extra pieces in case I mess them up. And this is hot. So I'll throw it over there with the rest of them. Hopefully we don't melt something while it's sitting there. All right. Am I going to clean this? No, I'm not. Because that was dirty as heck over there. Still ran an okay bead. I'll be good with it. Now, I need something. Let's try this. It's not getting me there yet. And what's going to happen, what I'm trying to do is space this on here so it all matches up. And hopefully I don't have extremely good penetration and weld them all together. But realistically, I'm just going to, well, that should about work right there. Let me get a clamp. There's no way to clamp this and leave it on the table. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to just run a tack by holding it. Okay, that right there, that was my tungstens. I stuck it in it. I stuck to it. Now, keep doing that. You contaminate your tungsten. I'll have to go and probably grind this off, but I'll do it after this. Hopefully I can get a tack out of it. Okay, well, I stuck it again, so now I've got to go clean that off. Trying to tack that gap is not working. So I will show you how I grind my little tungsten. It's pretty cool. Guess where I learned how to do that? YouTube. And I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, and I'll try to remember to put a link in the description below, his channel is called The Fabricator. He does a lot of building of, well, he fabricates a lot of stuff. He builds car frames. He does anything you want, basically. Repairs molds, all kinds of stuff. So what I do is, I don't remember if he taught me, did this, or it was somebody else. It might have been somebody else. But anyway, this is how I do it. Put it in an angle. Turn that on and run my drill. And voila, I got a nice quick little point. So by doing that, I don't have to sit here and turn it and turn it and turn it and try to get it perfect, where the drill kind of does all that for me. Now you don't want to do it like this, because then you put scratch marks in it this way. You don't want them that way. You want them downward. You want them long ways. And I hope I'm giving you the right information. I know that they need to be lengthwise, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, as far as, yeah, that works. But you can research it, verify what I'm saying. So I'm going to put this in here on my gap. Tungsten stick out, if I remember correctly, is roughly 3 of your tungsten width, and this is a 3/32. And you can verify that by watching somebody else. who knows what they're doing. I'm not trying to educate anybody, I'm just doing what I'm doing. So let's see, I'm not comfortable, that's why I keep sticking it. So let me see, and that might flow together easier if I had cleaned it. So the next one, we'll try cleaning it and see what happens. Not getting it. Yeah, that was me contaminating. Well, it's tacked anyway. It's ugly, really ugly. Might have to go buy angle iron. Oh boy. That's it. Not pretty at all. Now, actually I'm gonna get this wire wheel. I used this on this before. It didn't work. Don't do that. Use a wire wheel. This one might be way too much. A little bit too big a gap here, but hey, it is what it is. Okay, it's a little cleaner. Now, see what happens with it. What we can do. Well, you heard me stick that one again. Felt a big booger there. Voila! Woo! Look at that! Isn't that pretty? I tacked it and just started. Yeah, let's use this one. I tacked it and got a good puddle going, so I just went with it. Oh my goodness, look at that! I'm so excited. Sorry, got a little out of control. Okay, so I gotta go unload groceries real quick. I will be right back. We're back. Okay, I got done with what I needed to. Now I'm going to run another bead on this. I'm going to go down at this end. And okay, well that's how it can get away on you. Not so pretty. And I knew I had way too much heat in my foot. You see it's ready to blow through. Penetration's way off on one side. This one's probably not quite enough, even though it's pretty. Yeah, well, it's gonna happen. And I'm sure I stuck my tungsten in it, but Go back down here. I think I need to regrind my tungsten because I'm not getting a good arc, not melting the puddle. So I'm gonna go do that again. Yeah, see how it's all up on here? So when that happens, then your arc just goes all over, which causes some of this stuff. You can't control it, can't control the puddle. So I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna do more welding. You don't need to watch me mess this up. It's probably kind of boring. So I'll get back with you on some of the other pieces as I get more practice. Well, okay. I see some boogers, I see some meltdowns, I see some good runs. I think this one, these two are getting towards the end. Learned a lot. Yeah, there's some meltdown. But that was towards the beginning. What I was finding out when I'd strike my arc, I'd start my puddle, or I'd try to start my puddle. You know, when you're bringing two separate pieces of metal trying to get a puddle just to start and flow, it doesn't seem like it wants to do that. It's like they're fighting each other. So I get the two pieces of metal to start melting, and I'd start moving, which would kind of help bring them together, and then I'd also have my little rod out here next to my arc, not in it, because then all you do is melt the end off and create a ball like that. So it's timing, and a lot of it I didn't get, but I learned. So I'd start going. The other thing is, if you sit there and try to make your arc or make your puddle, all you're doing is building more and more heat, and then it's wanting to get bigger and bigger, and then you get meltdown. So I'd get the two edges to start melting. I'd start moving and dip this in at the same time, and then once it started a puddle together, you just run. You just go, 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 go. And that's when I came out with my better stuff. Now I'm pretty proud of that, 5 inches. And this is my better piece. Like I said, there's some pretty ugly stuff here, but that was in the beginning, so I was learning. And I'll clean these up, I'll grind surfaces down. This was a meltdown, and then I came back over the top and build that edge back up. I should have went ahead and done that too. And I may do that. I was also getting tired, I guess. Kept sticking my tungsten into it, especially when the little ball would start on the end of that. It would stick, build up and then stick to my tungsten and contaminate it. And when that gets contaminated, instead of your arc being a nice, somewhat controlled arc, it gets all crazy, jumps all over on you. Another thing is when you pull away from your metal, and that arc gets bigger, it gets hotter, and that really tears things up. So anyway, we got that done. Whoops, camera's flopping. So anyway, we got that done, and we're gonna start making some seat brackets. So we'll see you then. Okay, I'm back. What I've done is marked this bracket. I have to cut it. I'm going to cut it this way, kind of cut a pie shape out of it so it will bend down like that. And then this one, again, another small little pie shape, so it will bend like this. And I know I don't have my mic in, and I hope you can hear me, but I'm going to cut that and then weld her up. Okay, do not know where my other glove is, so until I find it. So what I did, cut a groove in it. I angled these two faces, and then we bend it like so. And now we have a slight angle. I'm gonna go check it, see if that's what we need. Excuse me. Okay. Could use a little bit more. I wish I had my glove because that's hot. So let's go check it. Okay, good. We are good. All right. This one I cut. Angle was off just a little bit. Not a huge problem. Just I'd like to get it better this time. Okay, and I'm going to cut this one. Got to go the opposite way. Now this one, I need to hit it right there on that line to get a good bend. Otherwise it'll just be a kind of a rounded bend, and that's not what I'm looking for. Really need to clean my benches off. Closes that right up, gives me a nice sharp little bend. Now let's see if it is what I need. I don't know why I am talking funny. Anyhow. Well, that's interesting. contouring like I'd like it to be. What's happening, we're hitting here. And it's throwing me off down here. Otherwise, we would be sitting right on top of that. Why they made that there, I have no clue. I'm going to try a little something. This plate sticks up above the floor. I'm sure the original seats had, needed that contour for some reason. But I do not. And that's fairly thick stuff. Shed some light on the subject. Maybe that will help. Sorry about that. I can see, but I'm sure you can't. Okay, well, I don't need it. Okay, no more tilt. Well, let's go tack these in place. Didn't need that cut as wide as it is. But that's all right. That's why we check things. Okay, I've got the mic on, so hopefully you can hear me better. I'm going to search for my other glove, and I'll be right back. Back with my other glove, and you guys probably saw it laying in the floor of the car over there. I wasn't even paying attention. Turn on the gas, turn on the welder. And the helmet. In case you're wondering, so I'm not clamping this to this metal, I just put that weight on there. To hold it in place. Get all positioned. Get a tack on this. Big ugly one. All right, let's weld it up. Aluminum's kind of hot. I need to get thinner rod, for one thing. It'd help a lot. And I'm going to point that towards myself. And for sure, burn the crap out of myself. And yeah, that's not supposed to be there. It's me messing up. Not very consistent, but it's a weld. Okay, better. Ran it a little hot. Fast, but it's a weld. I don't like that indentation right here. I Not sure how to stay away from that, but I'll get used to it, I guess. Way too much penetration there. But anyway, like I said, takes practice. I say penetration. Way too much on this one. Probably too much on those two. Well, not really quiet enough here. Enough there. Enough there, I guess. Yeah, because that was too cold right there when I started. So you can see the difference. So, all right. I'm going to clean these up. And yeah, it's hot. Okay, let's go mark where our holes, is what I'm trying to say, go. I had a pen in here. All right. Okay. Let's go, I'm drilling a hole now. See if it fits. Moment of truth. One hole. Oh, so close. So close. All right, well, it's okay. Really, really close, so all I'm going to do is this. Just elongated them by a little bit. That's all they needed. Boom. Look at that. Huh? Isn't that snazzy? So. Okay. All right, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go cut these, trim them. Then we gotta find another nut to be able to bolt them in with. Gotta remember what's what. That probably will only fit in one place. That's 17. Half of 17. Eight and a half. So that's our center. That one's 16 and a half. So probably need to go bolt to bolt instead. See what bolt to bolt is. 3/8. And that's different. So, interesting. Okay, so now center to center on the bracket, and that will get us the center. So that's 16 and a half. So we gotta go 8 1/4. Okay, so center, center, center. We gotta go from center. What did we say over here? 11. So half of 11. 5 and a half. So here and here. 5 and a half. Here and here. And that's the bolt. So bolt. So that's our bolt mark. That used to be in the middle of that. So now we now have a measurement to cut our angle iron to. So 15 and a half is a little oversized because it's got an angle, but at that mark, okay, let's cut this 15 and a half. See, I know it's going to be a little too big and I'll have to grind to make it fit, and that's okay because I'd rather be a little too big than too small. I can take a little off at a time, like I said, and make it fit. Gloves. Shield, mask is somewhere else. Oh, there on the table. All right, so forgot what it was. Be right back. 15 something. $15 and a half, that's what I thought, but I need to make sure. Measure 10 times, cut once. 15 and a half. Just going to square off this end. Stuff stays wet a little while. Okay, I'm going to square this off. How square that is, I don't know, but it's not all jaggedy. Okay, 15 and a half. See if that fits. Well, I'm pretty sure it won't fit. But I'll be in the ballpark. There. Okay. Okay, see the battery's going on the mic. I do not know what happened. I cannot afford to mess these up because I only have so many. I don't have an extra one. That's way different. Why is that so off? I mean, I'll weld that gap because I'm going to have to. Be fun with a TIG welder, but it's going to have to work. Let's figure out where I messed that up. I don't get it. You probably saw it when I was doing it. You can't say anything. I mean, I measured. Yeah, it was probably 15 1/4 that I hit versus the 15 1/2. What did I say? Measure 10 times, cut once? Well, like I said, I have to weld the gap. Really pushing my skills that I have very little of in the TIG welding business. I need to notch this a little bit. Okay, it's a little better. Man, I wish I wouldn't have done that. Really aggravates the crap out of me. Now, how do I hold it in place so I can tack it? Good question. That one's not going to work. That one's not going to work. No. 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 Ta-da. Okay, well, let's get the welder over here, put a tack on that thing. It's gonna be loads of fun. Pedal control. I'm gonna have to hook up my finger control. See it move? I saw it move. Okay, I don't like the finger control as much because I'm moving my finger while I'm holding the torch. And that makes me move the torch, which makes me stick it in the metal. Excuse me. One more thing. But, like I said, I don't have a lot of choice, so we're going for it. That was rough. Just to get it to go. All right, let's try this side. Go over this hot stuff would be fun. Man, it's ugly. Whew. I have to grind my tungsten and cut it off or something. And I'm yanking it back, and it's jumping arc everywhere. Like I said, not a professional. I have to work on that one again. It didn't catch the edge. See that big whoop? Yeah, that's me yanking it off. Shouldn't do that. And to hold it there forever to get the puddle to try to flow out. Jump that gap. Anyway, let me, it's got a weld on it. It's got, that's hot. Got plenty of penetration. I'm gonna go grind my tip and I'll be right back. Okay, I went ahead and cut, trimmed, ground that one to fit. So, yeah, you're on. Okay, so I'm going to tack this one in place, hopefully. Ground my tungsten here. Move that back in some. So, get my welding helmet on. So I don't blind myself. Okie dokie. Here we go. That's about an ugly tack. I'm sure you heard that. That. That was me sticking my tungsten in the weld. Can't get this thing to melt. So you saw it. Me having a problem getting these tacks, welds, whatever. Just before the camera shut down. Anyway, I got them welded inside the car. I'm going to weld these outside the car. I'm going to fill in my gap where I blew that out. So, get my sleeves. Because this TIG welder will give you a severe sunburn. Did it on my knees because I was wearing shorts. Blistered the crap out of it. See if I can make this happen make it happen any better. That one had plenty of penetration. Not terrible. But it's like, you just gotta know when to just start going. And once you start going, just go. You know, you can't, you know, especially on something like the puddles just doesn't flow together. And you go, oh, there it is, and then boom, 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 you go. It just kind of, okay, is it ready? Is it ready? Stick this in there, and if this doesn't ball up and fall off and goes in the puddle and flows, then you just take off. Do I sound frustrated? I just like things to look nice, be quality. Just, you know. They could look better, that's all I'm saying. ugly. But we'll hold. So, like I said, they're ugly, they'll hold. Hopefully the next one will be prettier. That's going to be the driver's side. So I'm going to let this cool off. We'll come back, put a couple holes in here, and mount the seat. So I'm going to work on the other brace a little bit while this cools off, and then I'll come back once it does. Okay, we are back, and I marked out my holes for my seats. Now we're going to do some drilling and see where we are. Very off center on that one. Okay, let's see how we did. Hey everybody, I'm back. Made the seat brackets, and as I showed you a minute ago, they cracked right here on my weld. And hairline crack goes all the way up here. Now that was simply just trying to get it out of, because I let it cool while it was sitting on the bolts to help keep it shaped. Well, it kind of got wedged in there, and it cracked based on that. Now, again, I'm losing faith, lost faith in my aluminum brackets. And I was almost done. Reason being, when the car launches, the seat's on here and all the G-force goes like this. Well, all the pressure goes here and here and here. I can't have them cracking, fatiguing, and then breaking while I'm driving my car. So I'm going to take this aluminum, put it back over here in the scrap pile, and I'm going to build some steel brackets. Got to pick up some angle iron, but I'm going to build some steel brackets for my seats. So we'll see you on that video, because this one was a failure.